about was diversity and the importance of that. But see, I told you I like to mind fuck y'all, so let me go ahead and flip the script and bring it back to relationships. You know, we all have some discrepancies in relationships and, you know, different conflicts that ultimately lead to the relationship not working. You know, one of the big reasons for the relationships not working is trust. So if you want that relationship to stay or to get back to how it was, how do you gain that trust back once you lost it? You feel what I'm saying? In a relationship. Symone, talk to me. How would you do it? Oh, well, first of all, have you ever had a relationship end because of you? Be honest with yourself.
I don't think it ended because of me. I think it was just like, you know.
Wait, no. You don't think it was because of you, but it was you know?
No, I don't think it was because of me. Like, I didn't do anything to necessarily make it come to an end. Does that make sense?
Did you play a part in it? Put it that way.
I don't know how to answer that.
If you
Because
have
I could say at the time thinking that.
Could you have changed anything differently about what your
and the
actions
relationship
done?
could have stayed afloat.
Yeah. But
Okay,
I
so
feel like
great.
I feel like the other person could have, you know, did something too to
It's
make
always
it
like
No. But I'm talking about the breaking point.
right. I feel like you're asking me, did it end because of me, like
Yes.
something that I did?
Yes.
No.
It never happened like that.
No.
Could it be viewed that way?
Yeah.
And why?
Because people are gonna feel how they feel regardless of the
But I
situation.
mean, what would they have to stand off of? Like, what would their reason be that didn't work out? Because of course you have your reasons, but what you think, if you put yourself in their shoes, what would their reason be?
I don't know.
Was it ever trust?
On my behalf,
Mm-hmm.
no.
So you never cheated or nothing like that? Never like that. Okay, so if you had to just put yourself, okay, did you ever end a relationship because your trust was broken? Like, I mean, well, their trust was broken, but you felt that, right? So what could they have done to repair that, if anything?
Like, fix their actions. So whatever is causing me to feel like I can't trust you, you need to work on that and fix that. Like, and so the next time if something happens, it doesn't happen the same way.
Give me an example.
Like, one thing I'm big about is like loyalty. Like, your loyalty to me is very important. Like, I need to know that you're gonna have my back 100% if I'm not around, you know, and like really have my back. Like, so it's like if I feel like you're doing something and it's like you're making me question your loyalty to me, that affects me a lot.
Wallow,
My
talk to me.
trust, at least.
Wallow, let me ask you this. Have you ever, you know, ended a relationship because of trust on your end?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Man, I was dating this young lady. Way she was going between us wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, moving in a way that I felt like was healthy. Kind of had like a sit down conversation and told her, you know, I really wasn't happy. You know, tried to work things out. Really didn't change. You know what I'm saying? Things were still kind of rocky. Started entertaining this female, whatever. And then it was like, we never did anything, but you know what I'm saying? It was just the actions, you know what I'm saying? Talking back and forth and, you know, the conversations and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Shit that you know, like if you saw it, you would be tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, got caught up with that shit and it was kind of like, tried to work past it, but it was kind of like I felt like that shit happened and it shouldn't have happened, but I feel like the cause behind it was more so something that we had like take a step back from. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on both parts. You know what I'm saying? Like we both did some. We didn't do like bad things, but like it was tension between us. It was lack of communication. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That led to this. So it's kind of like I want to take a step back. I felt like I felt wrong for treating her, somebody I said that I love. You know what I'm saying? In that manner. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I want to say it wasn't reciprocated well. You know what I'm saying? Of course it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like you tell somebody that you love, tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like where things are going, and you want to take a step back. It's not gonna feel good, but it's like I couldn't go forward with the process of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I'm not. This ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like
if it ain't right now, it's definitely not gonna be right.
Right. So
tomorrow and in the future.
Yeah. So like trying to take a step back. I still care for her. You know what I'm saying? That's my heart, but it's like I can't look at you in your eye and tell you I love you and then not have the actions behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Is there anything that could have been done to fix that trust once it's been broken?
I mean, personally, I feel like yeah, but it's gonna take a lot of fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Just time or actions?
definitely time and actions.
Time and actions.
Yeah, because no matter what, once you do that, the person can say they can forgive you all day. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you, I forgive you, I forgot about it, we can move past it, but let that small situation bring back that you know what I'm saying, that memory of what happened, or that feeling of, you know what I'm saying, the mistrust or whatever. Let that happen. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That trust is, you know what I'm saying? It's you can't just, once that shit happen, you can't just say, okay, I forgive you, and then, you know what I'm saying, you forget. It's gonna take time.
That's crazy.
It's the thought, like, you know what I'm saying?
I had a girl, man, I was with, and she, man, I felt like she was my everything. But, you know, we was going through some ups and downs, and at one point we broke up. But I kind of just assumed that, because in a probationary period, I can get her back, So we broke up and everything like that, but it's just like, in the process of us doing that, process of getting back together, she told me, like, you know what? You forced me to fuck another nigga. In that same verbiage as well. So, it's just like, I lost about 50 pounds when she said that. Lost about 50 pounds when she said that. And then she went on to say, you forced me to fuck another nigga, and in my mind I was in shock. So I was like, damn, I did. So I was just trying to get back with her and everything like that, but when I got back with her, everything was okay, but I constantly pictured her fucking another nigga. I just want to let y'all know, ladies out there, if you ever tell your, nigga or somebody you want to be with that you had sex with another guy, it's over. It's done. Because it don't matter if it sucked, if it was okay. He's picturing he Wesley piped your ass down. Okay, he did everything under the sun to your ass. That's what he's picturing. You know what I'm saying?
So had so many people Googling Wesley.
But that's neither. That's my hero. But I mean, moving on. That's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is, how she could have got that trust back, I would never know, because it's just like, once she told me, I'm a big stickler for what you don't know won't hurt you. But what you do know has the potential to hurt you every time. So, I mean, because she told me that trust was broken and it could never be repaired, because I was going to constantly, every time we was intimate or anything like that, I would just like have a flashback. You ever seen The Best Man?
I'm about to say that.
You see the best man, and the nigga was saying the vows, he was having like flashbacks. Nigga, I was having flashbacks like that. I said, no, I can't do this shit. I'm gonna kill myself. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I just can't do it. But that's just me. But everybody's different. So, bro, tell me, first of all, have you ever, in a relationship, have you been the reason that it ended because of trust?
No.
You haven't been the reason. Now, have you ever had a relationship end because of trust and it wasn't your fault?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what do you think needs to be done for you to gain that trust back?
I don't know, my G. Like I say, like, just my opinion on this, like loyalty and love when it comes to relationships. Some people have a relationship off of love for a person, some people have a relationship off of loyalty. I like to go off of loyalty and shit. Just cause things I've been through in my life and how I used to move and shit, so it was always loyalty. Like, I don't care if you like me or love me or whatnot, just keep it 100 with me. So when it comes to relationships, like, if that is broken, if that's broken, and I'm like, yo, you put me in a situation where if you really
Bro, you be a little quieter while Ro's talking, please, thank you.
You throwing the chips over there, man. Take it in. Understand these motherfuckers.
Please. Please.
Yeah, like, if, like you say what doesn't hurt you, what you don't know doesn't hurt you. I'm with it as, let me know. Because if I don't know, if it pops up, I'm gonna look at you sideways.
So you at least want that choice.
Let me choose.
Okay.
Because most likely, if you can come forward and you can stand up to yourself and be like, look, this is what I did, and accept me or not, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna have respect for you. So I know if something else comes up, and maybe it's that same situation, and you was like, maybe it's a coincidence and all the cards are pointed against you, you can maybe be like, yo, why wouldn't you believe me? Something happened like this before and I told you what's up, why wouldn't I tell you now, type stuff. So maybe it could play a difference, I don't know, because you never know until you're in that situation. At the same time, it's just like, yo, like, why wouldn't I have a reason not to believe you if you always keep it 100 with me? No matter if it's the smallest things, because a lot of times people will lie about small things.
Small things.
But if you got so many small things, when a big thing occurs and you're telling the truth, it's like, yo, you lied about the sky being blue. When I see it's blue. And that's where it happened with me. It was so many small things and a big thing might occur and I was just like, yo, why would I believe you about this if you can't even keep it 100 about something so simple as this, and you're worried about us getting an argument, not us potentially breaking up.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I run about it.
Okay, I mean that's something that's an ongoing type of thing because we always look at, you know, what we did in a relationship or what they did in a relationship that ultimately caused it not to be successful. You know, and a lot of times trust is a major factor. Okay, trust is a major factor. So just like, I don't know if it falls under being secure or being insecure, but I feel like anytime somebody is untrustworthy, that puts a notch on your, you know what I mean, security belt.
That's a characteristic.
Yeah.
That's your character. So that's you. That's how you handle every situation.
So if you're not gonna be real about it, you just, nigga, that's you. That's your character. Like, you can't even be straight up with me.
You change that, because once you even like fuck that up, I'm always gonna have in my mind on like, this is what you're capable of. Now I don't know what you're capable of.
Exactly.
Now you're a liability because I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. It's just a weird situation.
You bound. You're not saying you're bound to do it again, but if you can do something once, you can do it over again.
And I shouldn't be surprised if you do it again.
Because you already did it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not saying you can't change. Everybody can change, but if you can do something once, if you can touch the ceiling once, why can I believe you can touch it again?
Over and over again. And over and over again.
Now, if I see you're coming up 5 feet short, now you could be playing me for a fool when you can really jump that high. But at the same time, like, if I've never seen you do it, why would I believe you can do it?
Yeah, facts. That's not gonna be on my mind. Like she out here touching the ceiling.
Hey, is that the new thing? Hey, she touching that ceiling, bro.
Ceiling out here,
She jumping up. Damn, she put a whole palm on that thing.
Oh my god, what you thinking, Marlo?
Buddies. No. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just went somewhere else with it, man. Mine just like I think about like progression goals in life, and at one point in time, you know what I'm saying, like someone thought about you, or you know what I'm saying, you did something that to someone that may have made them feel, you know what I'm saying, whatever type of way. You know what I'm saying? But this is everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people feel like they hide in themselves, but they don't even realize like you judge somebody for, you know what I'm saying, what you did to somebody else. So you gotta have that, you know what I'm saying, that mental capacity to be like, you know what I'm saying, let me take a step back and really try to understand. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand because you're talking about like something that you may have put somebody through. Now somebody's, I was thinking about that like a couple of days ago. Like it was just like certain things because I've grown like so much. Like I've been dealt with like I told you I haven't dealt with a guy for like 2 years. Like I did so much growing and finding myself and things like that. So it's just like
Why are you stupid? Yeah.
it's just like.
Yeah, bro. Every time she talking, it's like you.
Certain things, it's like, damn, I probably was putting this nigga through that same shit. Like,
See, you don't have the appreciation. I don't know.
But I do though. But the fact that I changed it about myself, this is why I have that expectation for you because I actually changed it. Like I actually did something about it. I improved that quality about me. So if I can do it, if I was once where you were and I can do it and I'm where I need to be, you can do the same thing.
But you have to value the time though.
Yeah, but if it's too much time, then I can't really, I can't really, if it's too much time, I can't. Like,
how much time is too much time?
Years is too much time.
Okay.